everyone. Thank you for joining us here on One Day, One Doane, a day we celebrate Doane by giving to support the life-changing education that Doane provides. I'm Ann Hageman, the Interim Alumni Director. I'm here today with a faculty member, J.L. Vertin, the Professor of Practice Mathematics. He's going to share why he donates to the Doane Fund. Hi, J.L.
Hi, Ann.
Do you want to tell them what brought you to Doane?
Sure. Which time, as a student or as a faculty member?
Well, I would maybe both. Do you want to talk about how you ended up there as a student
Sure.
to start with?
Sure. I was interested in Doane primarily because I knew I wanted to eventually teach and coach. I wanted to also play basketball. So I was looking at small colleges. I lived in Hastings, Nebraska. Wanted to venture a little further away than 3 blocks to go to college. And so Doane was sort of a big draw for me. Once I got to campus, like so many other people, Doane's campus is just so unique. And I thought the thing that was remarkable was you can feel the presence of community as you're just walking around campus. It was noticeable the number of people that said hello to me. If you were observant, you could kind of see students talking with each other just as they passed each other on the path, that kind of thing. So that was the thing that brought me to Doane as a student. What brought me back as a faculty member, and which I find myself caring about different things as a faculty member than I did as a student. But what brought me back was the ability to work with students that are pretty passionate about what they do. So I teach in the math department, and so I deal with a lot of math education majors. Originally 21 years ago when I came back to Doane, I was also the assistant men's basketball coach. So that was exciting to be able to participate in student athletes' lives in that way. So those are the primary things I think that brought me to Doane both times.
Great, thank you. What about a person who inspired you during your time at Doane?
That's an easy one, right? If you were a math major, particularly if you're a math ed major like I was, Jim Johnson was the guy, like he is for so many other people. He's definitely one that outside of my parents is probably the most influential person in my life. And he helped set me sort of on my career path, but he was a mentor in the truest sense, right? So after I graduated, we stayed in contact. He was a big reason why I came back to Doane, because I was actually looking to move because of my wife's job. And I was looking at teaching high school at Crete High. And he sort of recruited me to come back to Doane. And so Jim's special in so many different ways, as probably many people that are tuning into this may already know.
Yeah, those Doane contacts are really, really great. Lifetime contacts, that's right. How did Doane help you achieve your goals?
Well, the first thing, as I mentioned, I knew I wanted to be a teacher, so it helped me sort of narrow down what subject I wanted to teach. The fact that I was able to get out in 4 years, the mentoring by Jim specifically, and the education department, and as you mentioned, and the contacts that are out there, the reputation in the education arena is significant. And so I was able to get a job before I'd even graduated at Nebraska City High School. I later found out that that the reason I got the job was because I was endorsed to also teach computer science. And so in true Doane fashion, the only reason I got that endorsement was because of Alec Ingebrigtsen in computer programming, encouraging me to go get that endorsement. And even though I didn't fashion myself as a computer programmer, I did like the course, and I did get the endorsement. And the principal said that of all of the candidates, only one other person was endorsed to teach computer programming, and they were offering a new course that way. So I think it goes to show that between the contacts, between the mentoring, between the encouragement, it really opened up that first door for me. And then after that, staying in contact with both of those folks, both Alec and Jim, is what got me back to Doane, because my first position here, I was teaching 3 math classes, and guess what? A computer programming class. And so I think that that shows sort of the impact of the people here.
Yeah, great. Thank you. If we talk about the One Day, One Doane campaign, maybe you want to talk a little bit about what inspires you to give back to Doane and support it on a drive like this.
I think it's the work that we're doing at Doane. I still believe in it. The community aspect, and it needs support. It's challenging times financially, obviously, for everybody, but Doane's not precluded from those challenges. But I think that the value of liberal arts now is maybe more important than it ever has been. I think what you're seeing is the bounce back phenomenon of education had been sort of parsed out. Look for the cheapest route, look for sort of specializing as quickly as you can. And I think as you start to see national, the events that are going on nationally, you're finding that there's a need to be well versed in the liberal arts and to value diverse opinions so that you can agree to disagree, and to do it on some substance.
Thank you. And then if, do you have any other opinions about important work that Doane is doing that you'd like to share?
I think that our commitment to the liberal arts, I think the commitment to valuing community is moving forward here is as important again as it ever has been. You're seeing that we're coming out of some challenging times. The pandemic caused us all to rethink how we did things, and faculty had to sort of reinvent themselves with socially distanced classrooms, with hybrid classrooms, technology, and in the short term, I think you saw the campus community. Everybody was suffering a little bit, and I think that it actually long term probably gave value to how much we need community, how students need it, how faculty and staff need it. And so I think it's exciting from the standpoint of moving forward. Clearly, we're in the midst of a presidential search, and that person is going to be instrumental to what that vision looks like. But you can see that in the early surveys, what the employees, what students, what alumni, what trustees, what we're valuing is community and communicators. And so I think that all of the dollars that we give to help make that happen is important.
Thank you. Um, I'm going to let you finish us up with whatever you want to say about the OneDoane, One Day, One Doane Giving Day. And I'm going to say thank you so much for being here and helping us build community in this way.
Absolutely. I just like to encourage those of you that are out there to, if you've hesitated before because of the tough financial times, or because Doane has or has not reflected what you had hoped, that I think now is the time to get behind your alma mater, to get behind Doane because we are doing some exciting things. I'm looking forward to the next year or two getting back into the classrooms and a return to how we had done things before. And I'm looking forward to the change in culture that's headed our way. So hope you'll join me in giving.